You are listening to The Guide, entertainment.ie's weekly TV podcast with Fiona Flynn and David O'Shaughnessy.
Okay, hello. Welcome to the third episode of The Guide. We'll have to stop counting them at some point. But if you haven't listened before, this is our TV podcast, basically talking about all things TV. But for the week that's in it, we're going to have a bit of an X Factor special, which might cause some of you to roll your eyes. But at the end of the day, it's probably the only thing people will be watching this week.
It's the only thing, yeah, it's the biggest thing on television this week.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's such a fucking mammoth of a show.
Yeah.
That has defined the last 12 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of pop music and TV and culture a little bit. Like, anyway, we'll go into that.
We'll go into all that, yeah. So I guess it started off with, during the week, I did an article about 10 biggest changes that are happening in X Factor this year. So there is a lot happening. So I know we've all watched it and everyone was kind of addicted to it in the earlier years. But yeah, I guess now we're looking at really, is there a future for it? And will all these changes work? So I guess we should probably go through what some of the changes are. Maybe.
I think that's a good place to start.
Exactly, yeah. Well, obviously the first one is the judges. So Poor Louis Walsh has been sent out in his ear. So how do you feel about that? Are you a Louis Walsh fan?
God, that's a loaded question. Are you a Louis Walsh fan? Who is a Louis Walsh fan? Louis Walsh is a Louis Walsh fan.
Yeah.
No, I've heard through the grapevine through people who've been at the auditions this year, the live ones in London, that you'd miss Louis, is what I heard. As good as Rita and Nick are, which we'll get into, that Louis, his absence is felt.
Yeah.
Like and a feeling that we are going to miss, especially in the live shows, his cliched, you're a girl, you're on the stage, you're singing, you're a pop star.
Yeah.
We're good, like those things are like just part of what our Saturday nights and Sunday nights from September to Christmas are.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're a young so-and-so or whatnot. Like the Louisisms, that kind of...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like X Factor Bingo is going to be changed irrevocably.
Exactly, yeah. Like he kind of brought in such a cliche to it, but at the same time, I don't know, he was our Louis. And he also really, really looked after the Irish contestants. As utterly crap as they may be.
Niall Horan owes him... Actually, Niall Horan owes him and Katy Perry.
Yeah, exactly.
Like his entire
as soon as
livelihood.
they were Irish, it was like the beating things went off on his head and he was like, that's it, come to me.
It's literally, he hears Irish and Riverdance just plays, he's like, you're in.
Exactly, yeah. That's much better than me saying the bings go off on his head. So yeah, you will. I think Irish acts will probably feel the brunt of that. Although they're not even doing auditions in Dublin this year.
No.
They're just doing 2 locations.
But they said the thing, it's like, we move around. You haven't done it in like Liverpool before, I think they said last year. And said Irish people can come there or they can come they're welcome anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yes.
You know.
All Irish allowed.
Yeah.
So that would be one of the biggest, but I don't know now. So Louis Walsh is gone, of course. Scary Spice is gone, or Melanie B. But Rita Ora and Nick Grimshaw are the ones that are brought in. And Rita Ora, I guess we know what she's going to be like because we've seen her in The Voice. So you kind of know that what she's going to be like as a mentor.
Exactly. And that's the bits I've seen of her on The Voice. When I watched I very briefly watched parts of it. She was good. Yeah. She was personable. And I know that a lot of people have this like dislike of her without having reason.
Yeah.
And I think that she overcame that quite well. Like there were times when you were watching The Voice and I was like, oh, you're actually sound. Okay, you're good at you know what you're talking about and you make good TV. So
yeah. And apparently her and Cheryl Fernandez Hassini, I can't believe I said her name right. They're besties. So that's apparently Cheryl has come back, got her stride back or got her mojo back, as Simon Cowell said, because she's getting on so well with Rita Ora.
Do you know why she's really got her mojo back?
Why?
Because she's an executive producer this year.
Really?
She's now an executive producer, which means she's getting a buttload of cash for it and she gets to call the shots.
No way.
So yeah, she's getting along with Rita because she knows at the end of the day she's technically Rita's boss.
Yeah. Oh, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
All about the money. But this Nick Grimshaw fella, like, who is he when he's at home, Dave? Like, I know he's BBC radio DJ, and I obviously know of his existence down the years, but I thought he was a bit of a random choice. He's
a friend of like the show throughout the years. I think he's apparently a real life friend of Harry Styles, so they're clearly hoping that maybe he'll bring Harry to judges' houses. I'm guessing he's got a young fan. I don't listen to BBC Radio, so I wouldn't know, but I've heard they've got a young fan base who would be the right audience for X Factor, getting all their boy bands out and girl bands out and winning all the teen votes.
Yeah, I guess so.
That I imagine, and like he is friends with like. Who was he on the front row of Fashion Week with like Nicola Roberts of Girls Aloud? Hangs around with like Kelly Osbourne. There's a big crew. That kind of like young, hip London rich list.
That's all well and good, but what are his credentials as a judge or a
radio
mentor?
DJ, knowing what pop music is, knowing what works in the pop world when it comes to the like actually making of a song and having the personality to make, because he does all those stupid viral videos where it's like sing with a bucket on your head or like put your face in water, like those ridiculous things they do for attention.
I guess so. It just seems, I don't know, okay, yeah, fine. Like, he knows what a hit is, but it doesn't really seem enough to be able to go, like, I've had a career in music. I know the highs and lows. I know what you're going through in this moment.
True.
I know what you need to give on a certain day to give your best performance.
Yeah.
All the stuff that, I mean, the rest of them would have more of an idea of, if not even that much, but more of an idea.
If I was coming to the show, like, as much as you were like, oh, I'm in Louis' group, you'd be like, I'm in Nick's group?
Yeah. Like where's he going to take me?
I don't know if we're going to get some, like, sassy people who are going to be like, why am I in Nick's group? He doesn't know what he's talking about. I wouldn't be surprised. I would love that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see.
I can't see how he's going to bring anyone up to the next level of stardom once he finishes. But
Well,
maybe
look,
he'll just keep playing the records, I suppose.
Maybe the bar is low and he's just going to impress us.
Yeah, exactly.
The bar was set by Louis after all.
I can already tell he's going to irritate me so much, though.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Just the look of him. I just know. I just know. Yeah, he's just got that look of an irritating human.
Anyway, that's the first big change.
Yeah, that's the first big change. There's 10 more, so we better go.
Nine more,
Nine more, yeah. We'll go through the rest quickly. So obviously the next one is the hosts. So I was really, really sad to see Dermot O'Leary go.
I just feel like
Saturday night
Titanic.
starts here.
I know, Saturday night.
Will I spin around the chair?
How is Saturday night gonna? How are we gonna know when Saturday night starts anymore?
I know, we won't know. We just won't know when Saturday night starts. That's it. Unless Dermot tells us.
I mean, hopefully he'll tweet every weekend.
Yeah, we can only
and
hope.
he'll just let us know that it's Saturday night fights.
Although saying all that, though, I think they have picked the perfect
they have.
replacements with
Yeah.
Ollie Murs and Caroline Flack. Like, they're kind of like the male-female. They have the same sort of dynamic as sort of Ant and Dec, or that kind of up there with, like,
there's
they
a
get
really
on really
good
well.
like back and forth.
Yeah,
they
good
kind of get each
chemistry
other's
between
flow.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So even when I saw clips of for the promo for X Factor, I was like, oh, these two are going to be great. Like, Ollie's kind of got that personality.
Safe hands as well. If you ever watch the Extra Factor through the years, like you know you're in safe hands.
Exactly. Yeah. So I do think they're going to be great. There's good new Extra Factor hosts as well, but forget them. Who cares? We'll see if they prove their worth.
Yeah. Well, look, they can't be as bad as Connie Hook.
Which one was she?
Connie Hook. She was on Blue Peter. Remember? This is around the glory years and around season 7, season 8.
Glory years.
No, the year it's called the golden year. Season 7. No, we'll get into it later, but season 7 is the golden year of the X Factor. But yeah,
One Direction year.
Yeah. But she was just like, of everything else that happened that year, it was like solid gold, and then Connie Hook was just the worst. I actually have a hilarious anecdote that I can tell you about. It's like we were all watching, because that was the time when you'd gather to watch the X Factor.
It was, yeah.
And like so we were all in someone's house, and one of my friends, who'll remain nameless, was really frustrated about how we were talking over the Extra Factor and talking over like the judges answering questions, la 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 la, and we were all just kind of like ripping into Connie Hook about how terrible a presenter she was.
Yeah.
And this was going on for a few minutes until he got really annoyed. I just went, her name's Connie Who, and she's not that bad. To which, like, we all just fell about laughing because
Was it Connie Who?
no, it was Connie Hook.
Oh.
Her name was Connie Hook. It's like HUQ, but for some reason he thought the Q was silent.
God.
I know. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. That might have been the best thing that's ever happened to
Probably
Connie.
was. I still remember her name because of that. But anyway.
I thought Sarah Jane, what her name, the last
Crawford.
year. Crawford. Yeah, she was okay.
She took a while to get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was good. But I think you do need like the two.
You do need the two. Yeah. There's just because there's so much going on in that show.
Yeah, and so was it Rochelle, and his name is, he's a comedian and a DJ. You look up the notes there.
I'm just going to say that it is...
Anyway, Rochelle Hume.
Melvin O'Doom.
Yes.
Melvin O'Doom, who I still don't know who he is, but he's someone famous in England.
Yeah, and Rochelle Humes from Saturdays, who has done plenty of presenting before and knows pop music, so I think she'd be well able to go toe-to-toe with people. So
Exactly.
have shoulders to cry on as well.
What are they? Did I have something else? New judges, new hosts, new Extra Factor hosts. Sorry, I don't want you looking at my notes. Not that I need them. It's fine. Think fast. Take something. So they're going to do the judges' houses live. That's going to be like.
Oh, that's one of the big. This is one of the biggest gambles.
The huge changes. Yeah.
This is like probably why Louis Walsh had to go, because I don't think Louis Walsh would have handled judges' houses by himself. Like, he was great on TV, but like, let's leave it to like, even when he was doing links, it was always like, and now they're on the stage. It's my boys. Boy band. I mean, like he'd crumble.
He'd crumble. Pressure, yeah. I think that they'll all crumble though. They're all in different locations. Some of them are different time zones.
Yeah.
How, I mean, as I was writing that article, like, it could be brilliant TV for us because you could get the likes of Rylan, like, that when he broke down in tears.
Yeah.
Like, that live would be insane. They just have to put to an ad break. So.
Or what if people just start like effing and blinding and getting like really annoyed about the whole like charade of it?
Because you're filming people at this hugely emotional time. Like, they really do seem to care from what I can see.
Yeah.
But, like,
no, they totally care.
Yeah. So I don't know what the whole logistics of it is going to be, but yeah, it seems mad. But they are definitely doing it, I think.
Definitely doing it. I mean, it'll be interesting, like, look behind the curtain, I guess, when things go wrong. If things go wrong, but they will go wrong.
Yeah. I'll probably just like lose all transmission, and that'll be it. The end of the X Factor.
Yeah.
As we know it. So yeah, there's loads of changes happening. There's only a few of them, but can you think of any other big ones?
Big one. Voiceover man's gone.
Oh my god! I think I was just trying to block that out. But
damn it, Oli! No, that's a really bad one. I can't do it. It wouldn't be me.
David.
No.
Shaughnessy.
There's more firmness in it.
Right.
I can fall into a Gandalf impression when I try to do it.
I actually have a friend who can do it so well that I think it was, what year were Jedward? Were they
6?
Season 6. Okay, so yeah, it was a couple of years before the glory years. But yeah, he used to do the impression of it so well, do anyone's name that he met, and it was pretty fabulous. But yeah,
that's a great talent to have 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was so cool back then. So yeah, at the moment now, I don't know. I think they're probably still auditioning people because the live shows aren't for a couple of months, even though it starts on Saturday.
It should be boot camp by the timeline of it, that they do all the additional auditions in June, July, and it goes to August, and it's boot camp, and then we should start hearing all the stories about someone getting drunk and all the usually scripted drama that happens to build up attention. There's been so many news stories this week about Rita Ora saying that she flirts with the male contestants to make them nervous and all these things. She's literally, every day there's a Rita Ora story. It's not the X Factor press machine is already well underway. And then usually Judges' Houses is filmed end of August, start of September, and we see that in October. But
exactly.
Because now it's going to be live. So I don't know what's going to happen. So I guess the acts that are going to Judges' Houses know that, but have to sit in it for the 6 weeks until we get there live.
Yeah. I know, it all seems very risky.
It's very risky. I don't know how they're just going to... It just seems like a logistical nightmare. Yeah. But we'll wait and see.
But who's going to replace Peter Dixon, the voiceover guy? This is...
Louis Walsh?
He does need a job.
He does need a gig, yeah.
Yeah, it's just are they going to find someone who's exactly like Peter Dixon, so then kind of make it seem seamless? Or are they going to bring in kind of a whole different voice for the show?
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, speaking of, anyway, we were talking earlier about the glory years, and for those that were huge X Factor fans will probably know when this was. So the glory years were actually when they got their highest viewing figures. I think it was up to 14, 15 million, and I think it's been steady around 9 or 10.
It was when the X Factor was at the height of its power.
Yeah,
really.
And it was, of course, how would we not know it's the One Direction years? When
even though they didn't even win. They didn't even win. It's incredible.
Third.
I know. You can. It's one of the years where you can actually name so many of the contestants, and they're still banging around somewhere. In some shape or form.
Successful year.
It was a year I remember watching it in Panty Bar. I remember because it was Mary Burns' year.
Yeah.
So you would go down to Panty Bar, and it was like the Eurovision, or watching a rugby match in another pub. That people were getting into it. People were screaming over Mary's feedback. Yeah, it was crazy. It was insane. But that's the draw. The pubs gay bars were showing the X Factor.
Yeah.
That's how big of a deal it was.
Yeah.
So the glory years, or the golden years, whatever you call it, won by Matt Cardle, runner-up Rebecca Ferguson.
Bless Mark.
One Direction came third, Cheryl Lloyd came fourth, and then Mary Byrne came fifth.
Okay.
And that was also the year of Katie Waisel?
Or was it Rebecca Ferguson? Was she that year?
She was that year. 100% she came second.
Oh yeah.
And then there was also, that was the year of Gamu Gate. Remember when Gamu didn't get through? Gamu was the girl who ended up getting, she was from Scotland, but was her mother was an immigrant, and ended up getting she was almost going to get deported or something like that. I can't remember. I'm confused about the exacts of it, but it was that she was amazing, and everyone was she was amazing in her first audition, she was amazing in the arena, and she was amazing in Judges' Houses, and Cheryl didn't put her through. So that was the big thing. People were it's a fix. When Katie Waisel and Cheryl Lloyd both failed to impress in Judges' Houses, she was Cheryl was I trust my gut. And that was a terrible impression. I'm just not doing any more impressions on these podcasts because I just shouldn't. I've one impression and it's Gandalf, and I'm not doing it, but I will keep it.
Do a Gandalf
it came out every one time, and people were wow, that's really good, and I was I've surprised myself. But anyway, I digress.
Right. No more
impressions from me. Yes. So who else there? And there was I can't remember his name, but he was kind of creepy old man with the beard and the hair.
Yeah.
I want to say
Wagner.
Yeah. And Louis kept calling him Wagner, and it's Wagner. Yeah.
They always seem to have those novelty acts though. Rylan was one of them, although he's gone on to a successful career. But you kind of feel bad. Last year it was Stevie, whatever his
Richie,
name is.
and that model girl. I did Chloe Jasmine.
Yeah.
Who are now both going out
and
trying to make a life out of that.
Exactly.
Sorry. Anyway, back to the point. That was the golden year.
Yes.
And that's when it hit its height. And that's kind of where we kind of all seem to understand how much of the landscape X Factor can change or how much effect it's had in the last 11, 12 years on both pop music and TV.
Yeah.
Can you name all the winners?
I can. Not... Okay. Can I do it in order? So I know Steve Brookstein was the first one.
Which was like hilarious.
Yeah.
I think we should just touch them as we go. Steve Brookstein was like, I think the first, because he was like, this came after Pop Idol and it came after Pop Stars as well.
Yeah.
So I think we were used to the sob story, but I think the X Factor was the one that really went in with like, oh, I haven't really had a chance and this could be my big chance and I'd love that chance. And he was the first one to win that, and he was in the overs category, and I think Simon was his mentor.
Yeah.
And
I don't remember the first season.
Oh my God, my
I don't
brain.
know why.
It's
Maybe
like
I was
melted
abroad.
into it.
I don't know.
And everyone was like, yeah, good guy, great at the time. And I'm sure his single was obviously Christmas number one because up until season 8, they were all Christmas number ones. And then like he was the first one, and then he faded completely into obscurity because people realized that they didn't want a 30-plus-year-old pop star from reality TV or didn't want to listen to
it's
him.
like it's all a lovely sob story.
Yeah,
like,
and now anytime
around.
you hear from him, he's slating Simon Cowell and Psycho and Sony for everything that's going on. So so that's Steve Brookstein.
Forget him. So year 2 then was, I'm going to say Shane Ward.
Yay! Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, Shane Ward.
He's now in Coronation Street.
Yeah. Bizarrely.
Yeah.
Who was Louis Walsh's first and only win.
Oh God.
Louis only ever won once, and it was with Shane Ward in the unders. I don't know if they were still unders, if they were
He
boys
would have
at
probably
the
been
time.
unders back then.
Yeah, he was unders then. I don't think they had the boys and girls because there's only still 3 judges.
Yeah.
He was, I think, the first big, like, as in like, oh, it's a boy.
Yeah.
He's attractive.
He was kind of like Justin Timberlake or something.
Yeah, there was a very like Timberlake like style to him. I think they very much
to him.
went for that. He has his own like takes with notoriety since.
Yeah.
And that not really successful anymore. I guess Coronation Street acting.
This could bring him back into the limelight again if he does well. Although Sarah Harding was on Coronation Street recently and she was appalling.
Yeah. Also someone who came out of reality TV with Pop Stars The Rivals back in the day. That's a girl's
Yeah,
right
exactly.
started.
But then her like one of the, what's her name? She plays Michelle on Coronation Street. She's been in for years, and she also came from Pop Stars, so you know she might actually.
Oh, she came from the original Pop Stars from Hearsay.
Yeah. So she's done well for herself. So maybe Shane Ward could and Shane Ward actually plays a relation of hers in it. But anyway, we won't get down that road of soaps.
Okay.
Yeah. So then year 3 though was my absolute favorite winner of all time.
I die for that.
Yeah.
Give it to me We shouldn't sing either, so no impressions and no singing.
Lewis, from the moment I saw her on it, I think
everyone did.
Yeah,
everyone was like,
everyone
boom.
knew she was like just amazing. She was the next Whitney Houston or
I am like
still.
Leanna Lewis, like I wouldn't say super fan, but like a friend of a friend, like a friend of a friend went to her vocal coach and I freaked out. And another friend of a friend, I think their boyfriend somehow knows them tenuously.
A lot of mad connections.
I know,
there,
mad connections, but no, it's like
a friend of my friend once saw
it was
her
like
blink.
3 degrees separation from me and Leanna Lewis. And when I found this out, I had a little panic attack because it's like there is a chance at some wedding she may be there.
Oh, I suppose
you know that kind of thing. That I'm like, oh my god, how do I go with this situation?
It was funny though, because remember when she first came on it and she was real nervous and sweet.
Yeah.
And you were like, okay, you've got a voice, an incredible voice. But I was like, part of me just worried for her that she'd never be able to kind of carry fame and she could do it. And she's just soared above like all expectations.
Yeah. Well, she always has a talent. And that was a thing throughout the series. They were like, we want more personality. And she kind of never surrendered that. And people are always kind of like, oh, she's blonde. Like, there's no personality. She doesn't have like swagger of pop stars, say like Rihanna.
Yeah.
That way. Or like a commanding performance like Beyonce does. So there was always a thing like she's a vocal powerhouse, but there's like not much more to her, people always said. So she's had her ups and downs again with Simon Cowell. She left last year and is now signed with Island Records and has a new album coming out. It's her 6th studio album. It's called I Am. Doing a little promo for Leonie Lewis right now. That's coming out next month. And I remember I've seen other interviews with her where she's like, it's her first actual record that she feels she's a part of.
Yeah.
And she's still proud of her old work. She doesn't like slate Simon Cowell or anything like that too much.
You are a hardcore Leona Lewis fan.
Yeah, I am. You can see it in me. You can see my eyes.
Yeah. And then this other time.
And it's one time she went walking in the park.
Leona Lewis is amazing. Okay.
But Leona Lewis is amazing.
Final
and
note on
she
Leona
is
Lewis.
the, I think, most successful X Factor winner
Oh, right.
of all time.
Okay.
Winner.
As opposed to One Direction
yes.
would be the most
Yeah,
successful act of all time. Okay, well then, who are the best? Like after that, I think there's a few random
By Leona
ones.
Lewis' album I Am out on September 11th. Continue.
Anyway, who are the ones that stand out after that? Because I think there was a kind of a few years then.
Season 4 then. Do you want me to rail
Season 4.
Season 4, Leon Jackson.
Oh, forget him.
Yeah,
Season
no.
5.
I want to say. Oh my God! I want to don't tell me.
Almost like I can't believe it's not Leona Lewis.
Oh my God, Alexandra Burke.
Yeah.
Who was the first and only ever girl to win, because that was the year there was the first.
No, Leona Lewis.
Leona Lewis was the first girl to win, but she was in the unders category.
Okay.
The first and only ever girl in the girls category was Alexandra Burke.
Right, you have a lot of information that I did not know. Nor that I will remember.
Yeah.
Okay, Alexandra's also doing well because she's got in that musical, The Bodyguard-ish.
I mean, she's had guest appearances on X Factor since.
I saw her on the Late Late Show last year. That means she must be. Tongue in cheek for those not watching on YouTube.
One of the golden moments of X Factor is when she came back. I think it was season 10, maybe season 9, I'm not sure, to sub in for a sick Kelly Rowland, and ended up having to send like one of Kelly Rowland's acts home because Kelly Rowland was sick and just basically didn't want to get out of her bed in LA.
Oh, God.
And it's amazing, and it's you should watch the episode back. It's just like for her effusive comments about you're doing so well.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. After that, it was Don't Tell Me. It's a boy.
Yeah.
His name, he's from Newcastle.
Yeah.
And his name is Joe McElderry.
Most forgettable winner that ever was.
He was just lovely and smiley.
He was like a real
face.
90s sort of Gareth Gates type winner or something, wasn't
Absolutely.
He was like that sweet boy that everyone was like, oh, you're good looking. Oh, you'll go far.
Yeah. And he also kind of I think won off the back of the fact that he was in Cheryl's category. They were both in the same place. They had a really lovely big cheek, big eyes, big teeth, bond, and everyone just thought it was and it was just a lovely win.
And he was never to be heard of again.
Well, no, he ended up doing stupid. Sorry, I'm sure they're very, very real and important theatre shows and musicals and things like that.
Oh, okay.
But he is the person who kept Ollie Murs
again, essentially.
Yeah, he's the one Ollie Murs came second to him.
He came second that year.
Yeah,
Ollie Murs should have won.
Exactly. Well, in hindsight, but we all knew Joe McElderry was going to win.
Yeah, it can be the winner's curse. There was a few years there, I think, that it kind of was considered the winner's curse. Up until Little Mix, I think there was a few years where it just wasn't really working out for the winners.
Season 6 again was also the year of the glorious twins, John and Edward.
That was the one that I think got people more back in again.
Yes, 100%.
I remember watching it with again, it was Saturday night, and everyone was cringing over Jedward. But it got to the point again where you know that whole thing, you'd be getting ready to go out, you have X Factor on the background. And I remember watching it. I think I was down in Cork with friends, and literally by the time it ended, I think it was their Ghostbusters one. We were all standing up and clapping, Dave, clapping furiously, ecstatic. And then we were like, what are we doing? But it was so much fun. And then we were like, okay, whatever happens. I think that was the week they left as well. But we had I think the same thing happened when they went to Eurovision. They just sort of give off this excitement, and you can't help root for them, even though they're, John and Edward.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. And they are still going.
Yeah.
They are still working away. They still have a massive fan base who will probably hear us talking about it here and let us know that they exist in some way. So very, very careful about what you say.
I was going to say the fan base are probably all under the ages of 12, but still.
Well, they're under the age of 12 then. They're all grown.
Oh, that's true.
That was season 6.
Jedwards are older now.
That's 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's again when I think the Talbots really got into it, and the whole thing about getting behind acts and that whole thing, and novelty acts really started to come into its fore.
Yeah, I think Jedward probably were one of the first years that made, maybe Chico as well, where there was Chico time, but Jedward was one of the most successful novelty acts that kind of did actually make a go of it.
Yeah.
After Matt then was good old Little Mix, who are still
I think we need to pause on season 7 for a while.
Oh, season 7? Okay, fine. Let's just have to talk about
season 7 because we can't.
It
was the biggest year, and I know we'd brushed on it already, but we can't negate the fact that One Direction, the biggest thing that has ever come out of it.
We could not possibly negate that.
And seeing it's they're breaking up. It's been not breaking up. They're taking a holiday.
This is true. Yeah, that is worth acknowledging the fact that this week they are breaking up.
Yeah, and it probably broke the hearts of many people and many parents who spent lots and lots of money on their children's happiness. But because they're the biggest thing to ever come out of it and make the most money for Simon Cowell, it's kind of I wonder, is this year going to be the year that he's like, okay, well, I need another boy band?
Yeah.
And it's also going to be the year they're definitely they've said that their last date is in October in Sheffield, and they're releasing their album for Christmas. So for a guaranteed fact that either the X Factor final or one of the last few shows when it's in Wembley or when those big arenas, it'll be One Direction's last performance, and it'll probably be broadcast in cinemas around the world.
Probably
and
will.
Something like that. It's going to be basically the end of the world.
Yeah. I wonder is that even in their contract somehow? Your last ever possible show must be for X Factor.
He owns them, so probably.
Yeah. God.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try and get Zayn back in there, via hologram or something.
Yeah.
You know the way?
They really will.
Oh my God, they should.
What do you think's going to happen to One Direction? Do you think it's the... But think, what was his name? Joey from NSYNC wrote that article. That was,
He didn't write that.
I know he didn't write it, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Everyone else thinks he did. I think
know.
even Joey's probably sitting
Joey
there.
Matone's like, did I
Delighted.
Okay.
I was like, it's interesting that he hasn't come out to say I didn't wite it, but he's probably like, this is getting me publicity.
Yeah,
amazing.
he's like, Joey Fatone is back. Everything's coming up, Joey. He's a lion. He'll be on Dancing with the Stars next thing you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's put his name back out there.
But what do I think will happen to them? I think they'll be grand. They have all the money as long as they like got decent contracts. They'll have all the money in the world. They don't have to worry about things. And if they're sensible, I think that, oh Jesus, that is rain. They won't have to worry about money for a long time. I think Harry is the one, like that article jokingly says. I think Harry is the one that is One Direction in the way, like, and I think he's the one that everyone will expect to go far. So there'll probably be a pressure on him to do really, really well. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes away for a while, and then comes back with a different look or sound or trying something without too much spotlight on him. Poor Niall Horan, I'd say, is probably just fucked.
Go with me on this.
Okay.
Go with me on this. 2025.
Yeah.
Niall Horan, new host of the Late Late Show. Heard it here first.
Okay, I would put money on that.
Yeah.
Before this goes out, put that into fucking Paddy Bauer.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I mean, I could totally buy it. If not Late Late Show, the other Saturday night show.
If he doesn't go on to global stardom, that he will fall back onto
him and Brezzy.
It's
the new Anton Deck, little and large. Seriously, RTE, like, hire me.
But then I also think that there is this chance that he could go on, because he's so charming and everyone seems to love him, that I think Harry may just kind of go down the whole rock and roll, Mick Jagger, like, just kind of take lots of drugs and just go back into debauchery, which could inevitably happen. It's going to happen to one of them,
Yeah.
So I feel like he's the one who's kind of, maybe just a little bit close to that. Whereas I think Niall Horan is a stable, steady one that could end up flourishing. And the rest of them will all be working at McDonald's by the end of the year.
They won't be working at McDonald's. They don't need to work at McDonald's. They've got so much money.
Well, not McDonald's, fine, but like they'll be sitting around.
Yeah. Niall Horan's the one, though, I think, out of all of the lads who, I don't know if this is digress into a conversation about Niall Horan and One Direction and their future, but we're concerned fellow citizens.
Exactly. Yes.
He's the one who has been like, who goes the most to like Wimbledon and goes to rugby matches and very much like enjoys the like perks of being famous.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to stop anytime soon.
He's like best friends with Rory McIlroy and stuff.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy, Laura Whitmore.
Going down that road of becoming a talk show host, because he is so charming, he is so sort of personable, and he has a lot of celebrity friends. So you'd get a lot of people that would talk to him, but he's far too young at the moment. So 2025.
I mean, he's had the best like college experience you could ever dream of.
Yeah.
Like, instead of going to college, he has had 5-6 years of being in the biggest band of the world, making all the money, making all the best contacts, living the best life. Yeah, it's been hard work, but he's learned more than anyone would in a college degree.
Yeah,
and now he gets to, like, if he wants to, fade into obscurity and live happily with his millions. Or try his hand at anything he wants. Like, he is in prime position. I'd say he's delighted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Late Late Show, though. It's going to happen.
Put money on it, we'll see.
Okay, so we'll finish up, I guess, with
the
other winners. Sorry.
Then we had Little Mix, who were.
So you're determined that we're going to go through.
I'm determined we're going through this list.
Okay, Little Mix
were the first ever group to win.
Female One Direction.
Yeah. No, the female One Direction is Fifth Harmony, which came out of the US version of the X Factor.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they literally are the female, but they're actually also whopper. Okay. Like, they do pop tunes well. But Little Mix were the first group to win the X Factor. The second one constructed by the X Factor.
Yeah.
And they're also like living it up and having a great time. Their successes are great. Their music is great as far as pop goes. They're all like really personable, like young women.
Yeah.
That you actually don't. You're not like, ugh. You're like, go on, Jade, go on. Perry.
And I think this breakup has actually done Perry a lot of favors.
Oh my God, she's everywhere. I have been like writing stories every other day about Perry Edwards and actually emote to her like.
I know, she broke down crying.
Oh my God, that was the worst.
She was singing a song and broke down crying.
The worst. Anyway, so they were fantastic. Then season 9.
It was James Arthur.
Who spectacularly combusted post X Factor, just because he was not the person to be an X Factor. They were trying to do
something a bit different with him, with the whole winner.
Yeah, and that was Gary Barlow, and that year when it was Simon involved, I think that really it suffered because of that.
And what happened with him in the end? Didn't he just turn on them all?
He turned on them and just put on started tweeting loads of crazy crap and just had to disappear, and it was just awful.
Yeah. Now he's disappeared.
And now we just don't know where he is. Season 10, the winner was, I want to say it's a boy.
This boy's name, woman. Sam.
Oh, Sam Bailey.
Yeah.
Who was one of the first contestants after, like, because at the start it was like, oh, you're the winner, you do a covers album, it's like in shops after like 2 weeks, and you make loads of money on, and then you fade into obscurity. And then Leona Lewis changed that because Simon was like, this is a genuine talent, we could take over the world. Sent her away for 8 months, came out with an album, and Bleeding Love was the massive hit that it was. They continued that up until Sam Bailey, and then I kind of think they realised that this isn't a woman who has it in her to be a pop star. I think it was also one of the first over wins in a very long time. So they were like, let's just go back to the tried and tested formula of get her to cracking it, because she's got like a cracking voice, like she's an amazing vocalist. Let's get her to just like bang out an album of covers, and like we'll see what happens then. I also think a little bit had to do with the fact that she was knocked up.
Yes.
So it's funny, like they're like, oh, she's pregnant, she's not gonna be able to tour, and she's not gonna be able to do the whole rigmarole, so let's just do cover albums and make some money. Let's go.
She doesn't really, you see her kind of appear from time to time.
Do you?
Yeah, at the odd time.
Not on my radar.
ITV celebrity show at 3 o'clock on a Saturday. So then last year was Ben Haynow,
who I actually have forgotten existed.
I know, but the thing is, with all the X Factor winners, they don't come back until the following year's X Factor.
That is
you
true.
don't hear a sight nor sound from them because they're off busy making their album and whatnot. The same thing happened with One Direction, Leona Lewis, all of them. They kind of did disappear for a certain amount of time. So there is hope that Ben Haynow could come on board.
I just don't care. He's so blonde.
Yeah, I don't
care. He was
either.
just, last year was the first year I was like, I just don't care.
Yeah. I know.
I just don't care. So So this year I'm really hoping that
all these changes will
actually like electrify the contestants, or make it A, good TV, B, we'll get some good music out of it. You know that way? I don't know really what to expect with all the changes. I hope they change the stage.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking through best of moments during the week, and that stage has been stagnant for a while now. So hopefully they'll change that up. That's just a personal thing that I'd like to see different. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to like.
I don't know. It's going to take, like, even with the success of season 7, like that was because of One Direction. It was just that sort of magical combination of 5 lads that just set everyone's world alight.
But it was also the variety of the contestants that year. That you had Matt Cardle, who was this like crooner, and Rebecca Ferguson, who was this little wallflower who had an amazing voice, and then you had Cher Lloyd with a swagger, and then Mary Byrne doing her law. So
they try every year to kind of replicate, like, they bring in the same kind of token people and the same kind of good-looking guy, but it is so a lottery of contestants. If they get the contestants, if they get the talent, if they get the personalities, it's a season you want to watch. But I think that's it. Like, I think all these changes are great and all, but at the same time, unless they're picking the right people to go through.
And is there still a pool of talent out there? Have people not been like dwindled, and like after 12 years of it?
There's always people looking for their 15 seconds, minutes, including me.
With my debut single, The Guide.
Sorry, push you out of the way. Must have been love.
No, what did we say about singing?
Yeah, we said no singing. Okay, so personal highlights then. Who is your favourite winner of all time? We're never going to agree on this.
God, who could my personal favourite be? Of all the winners? Of all the winners ever, God, I have to say Leona Lewis.
Yeah.
Who is going to be my friend.
Yeah,
this is going to happen. By I Am out on September 11th.
Out of all the winners, though, that have gone in the past, who do you think would sort of be the one that could win it now in 15? Yeah, I was like,
it will be 16, yeah.
Like, what sort of act do you think would do well this year? With everything, the kind of market we're in of Taylor Swift's and Calvin Harris's and One Direction.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's the
like,
year
where's their
of, like,
gap? Like,
I don't know. See, I think Leona Lewis would win, I think, whatever season she was in. Yeah. I'm trying to be pragmatic and not be a super fan at the moment, but I do think of all the contestants ever, she is the one who had the most, like, just solid vocal.
Yeah.
And I think people maybe not voted for her in 2015 because she was a bit timid, but I think if they're doing the thing that they're doing, where like, let's put a massive deadly like Calvin Harris dance track behind this amazing vocalist and let her go out there and sing on stage, like the Leona Lewis single Collide, which she ended up having to not release because Avicii sued her because apparently like they used the Avicii like song without telling anyone. But that's an amazing, but it's a deadly track. It's Leona Lewis just belting out over like a proper uns like summer anthem. So I think she would be probably my favorite contestant and the one that would probably do the best this year.
Yeah.
In terms of what would we want from a winner, I don't know. Like, do we want a Taylor Swift? I think a female winner would be great. It's been a lot of boring men.
Yeah.
And
I totally agree. A really talented female winner would do brilliantly at the moment because everyone is so on board with talented female women and singers.
Exactly.
And
we've
there's a lot of talent out there already, but there's still room for something different there.
Yeah, we've gotten very close in the last few years. I can't remember, Fleur East last year with Don't believe me, just watch. What's the name of that song?
That was the best performance of the whole show.
Yeah, the entire season last year.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song? Uptown Funk. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's late.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. We've been up a long time.
So yeah, I do think that it's kind of ticking towards that again because yeah, as you said, I mean, we had Sam Bailey and then we had Little Mix, but it's been a while since we've had. God, is it actually all the way back? Since
Alexandra Burke
that we had just one
solid
lady.
female soloist just to go up there and win.
Yeah.
Like Sam Bailey doesn't really count for me because she's not a pop star.
Yeah.
Just like Ben Hanna to me isn't a pop star, and just how like what's his name?
I think 9.
It
always seems no matter what happens that the X Factor voting just no matter what seems to play it safe near the end, which is weird because it's almost like it's rigged. What?
Yeah, oh my god, we could go into the controversy over like through the years of how it's like people have said it's rigged and phone lines get jammed and people can't vote for their artists. Loads of things have gone on. There's a whole other fucking podcast in the scandal.
X Factor is going to go on for the next 4 months, so we'll probably have to address it again at some point.
Yeah. Who was your favourite?
My favourite, Leona Lewis.
Okay.
But I had a huge thing for Matt Cardle year.
Well, everyone kind of did.
Yeah, and Shane Ward as well. I think those three were when I was like at my highest of caring.
Oh my god, we haven't even touched on like the celebrity like duets because Matt Cardle had Rihanna and had that like what's it called, Unfaithful, or like I know the song in my head. I'm not singing it.
Another podcast.
We could just sing that now.
We could just sing them now. I'll tell you, we'll say goodbye and then we'll just start doing our own duets. Okay.
Yeah, but so like Rihanna, Beyonce with Alexandra Burke. I mean, like George Michael with Joe McElderry. Oh. Yeah. And Kylie Minogue sang with someone. Like every time there's always the big celebrity comes on and sings with someone, and well they've won.
Yeah.
Because they've got the big celeb on their side.
Yeah.
But there's so many things about it that we could just...
Yeah, we could talk about it for hours, but I think we'll have to just leave it at that. And then hopefully once we meet all the contestants, we can start
picking out our favourites.
Our winner.
Yeah. But I'm going to put my hand... Oh, my God. We should do a thing. We should we don't have to write down. We can just say, who do you think our winner will be? I'm going to hope now, without even seeing any of the contestants, that it's a female.
Okay. I'm also going to hope that it's a female, but now I feel like I should say I hope it's a male, even though I don't.
So one of us is right.
You know what I do hope, though? That Niall Horan hosts the Late Late Show in 2020. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for listening. If you're still there. Thank you. Bye-bye.